In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 essential skills that every mountain biker needs to know. Now, number 1 is the track stand. Now, a track stand is absolutely essential. You'll hit periods on the trail and sections on the trail where you need to look ahead and figure out what you're going to do. Now, if you can do that without putting your feet down and without unclipping, it's ideal. So skill number 1, nail that track stand. Now let's go figure out what the other ones are. Yes! Skill number 2 is to master the bunny hop. Now, ideally, you want to learn that perfect technique bunny hop where you do a nice manual into a flick up, but before you get to that, just practice getting both wheels off the ground. When it comes to little bits like that, it's about a curb height rock on the trail. If you can bunny hop over that, it's going to be so much easier. If you can't, you either need to just get your front wheel on and then bash the back end, or if not, you're just going to roll into it, or you're going to have to slow right down to get over it. So you can practice that on a little bit of trail like this, or just on a curb, flicking up and bunny hopping onto it. If you're wondering why I'm so out of breath, it's because I had to do that about 12 times to get a nice looking one. Essential skill number 3 is a mini manual. Now, we all want to be able to do 20-foot manuals all the way down the trail, but before you can do that, you want to start just being able to do a mini manual. Now, all that is just a little wheel pop, a front wheel pop, enough to get over small obstacles. So what you want to do is you want to start on something tiny like this. So this is literally just ankle height. So if you go off it and you absolutely mess it up, then all that's going to happen is your front wheel is going to land and you're just going to ride out of it nicely. If you try and learn to manual on a 3-foot drop, as soon as you mess that up, it's going to go wrong. So practice on really small things, and then the technique on something curb height like this is exactly the same on bigger drops. So you want to be able to learn to do just this mini manual technique. It's really important to be able to get up and over stuff, and it's also important to be able to manual off things so you can land that bit smoother, and that skill is what's going to allow you to do bigger drops later down the line. Essential skill number 4 is something that you won't really think of as a skill, but it's looking ahead down the trail and looking where you're going. Now, beginners everywhere spend the whole time looking at the front wheel or looking a foot in front of the foot wheel. You need to look up and look ahead down the trail. And what you can do then is if you're looking 1, 2, 3 corners ahead, you can start to plan your route ahead and see what's coming. And then little things like that manual that we needed to do or that obstacle we needed to bunny up. When you can see it much further down the trail, all of a sudden you can plan for it and you can decide what you're going to do in advance rather than hitting it and thinking, oh my god, I've got to get over this. So tip number 4, or essential skill number 4, is looking ahead right down the trail. Essential skill number 5 that every beginner mountain biker needs to know is how to use your brakes on a slippy surface to stop without falling off and going everywhere. So these leaves here are super slippy. If you slam on the brakes and lock everything up, you're falling off and you're hitting the deck. So what you need to practice is learning how to modulate your brakes in different terrains. So on something like this that's really slippy, you need to be nice and gentle on the brakes. You need to press them enough to stop. Think about your body position and getting your tyres into the ground without locking everything up and skidding. So as you can see over this overlay, you've sort of seen how to do it properly and then how not to do it properly. Essential skill number 6 is learning that perfect attack position. So your attack position is the position that you're going to use on any kind of downhill, particularly when it gets a little steep or a little technical. Now, what most beginner riders do is have a really high up position up here, and the thing is with this is that your ankles are in the wrong position, your weight's in the wrong position, and your centre of gravity is really high. Now, what you need for good grip and for good balance is a low centre of gravity. So you need to master that attack position. So you want to drop your heels, get your chin over the stem, look up ahead, make sure your arms are bent and you're in a nice relaxed position, one finger on the brake. Now if I go down a downhill like this, I'm ready, I can soak up bumps, I can take hits and I can control the bike. So that attack position is something that you really need to master on the bike. Essential skill number 7 is something that you won't be expecting me to say, and it's a skill of being patient with yourself and not beating yourself up. As a beginner rider, you're going to mess up, you're going to fall off, you're going to look stupid, you're going to go way slower on things than you think you will, you're going to bottle it on difficult stuff, you're going to do so much wrong on the bike. It's an essential skill that will make your life as a rider so much easier, so much more fun if you just learn not to beat yourself up. Mountain biking is all about fun. If you're watching this, especially as a beginner, beginner, we do this not to be paid, we do this because we enjoy it. It's our escape, it's something that we enjoy. And if you can learn not to beat yourself up, if you can learn not to watch pro riders and make yourself feel really bad that you can't ride like that, if you learn to turn up to a social ride and be motivated by those better riders, not upset that you're not that good yet, then it will really, really benefit you. So skill number 7 is to be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and make sure that you know you're a beginner, you're going to learn, you're going to get better, and the whole process is so much more fun if you enjoy it and don't beat yourself up. I hope you really, really enjoyed these 7 essential tips every beginner mountain biker needs to know. Please let me know in the comments what your skill is that you really need to work on, and then get out and practice. The more time you spend learning how to do these things, the better you're going to feel on the trail and the more fun you're going to have on the bike. So get practicing, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you'd like to watch some more MTB fitness videos, click up wherever it is to watch another one, and please make sure you subscribe as well. Thank you so much.